What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of It's a YP Thing podcast. It's a YP thing, it's a YP thing. So, on this channel, we talk about all things young professionals. I'm Pansy Johnson, and I'm all about encouraging, educating, and elevating young professionals. So, if you are a young professional, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can go ahead and be notified when the videos upload. But I'm all about giving out valuable information that is going to help young professionals, because guess what? I'm a young professional. So I'm super excited about what we're going to be talking about today. Today we're going to be talking about having a seat at the table and being the youngest in the room. So I know I'm not the only person that has been the youngest person in the room, and I'm sure you know how that feels. I know how that feels. It's just kind of like this feeling of just a little bit of antsiness, like nervousness, because you got all these people that are experts, right, in their area. They might have been with the organization or the company for years, and then here you are, young in the game, up and coming, ambitious, and you have this seat at the table to provide valuable insight. And here you are with this opportunity, and you're like, do I even deserve to be here? Yes, you deserve to be here. Okay, so we're going to talk about it today. I'm just going to give you some tips, some advice. If you are in a position where you are the youngest person in the room, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to share my experience of things that I've learned with being in organization, being the youngest in the room. I'm just going to share the things that I've learned throughout my career thus far. So if you see me look down, I am looking at my notes, y'all. If you don't know, I am so big on not babbling. I want to be able to give you all the most valuable information. And so, yes, I do have my notes that I might glance at here and there, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is use it as an opportunity to learn. When you have a seat at the table, you want to take advantage of that opportunity, right? It's people that, it takes them their whole career to get to certain levels. So if you are new in the game, you're young in the game, and you're able to be with top executives, or you're able to be in a position where many might not get that opportunity, take advantage of that opportunity. Take advantage to learn from people who have been in their career for years. Like, that's major, right? That's major. And so do not take it lightly. Make the most of it, and just know that you're there for a reason. And maybe that's just to learn, because there's something that you can learn from having a seat at the table. There's something that you should be able to take away just by being in the room, okay? The next thing I would say is just be confident. Be confident in who you are. Do not be intimidated. I think that that's a big thing that I kind of struggled with when I was like, I've only been in my career for 3 years, but I would say within the first 2 years, I had a lot of great opportunities. And the biggest thing is I was just kind of intimidated. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, these people they've been in their career for like 10, 15 plus years. Here I am, 2 years in the game. I'm ambitious. I'm here. Hey, I'm here. I'm making the most of it. But I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm just kind of intimidated. I don't want to say the wrong thing. And I had to get over that and just be like, it's a reason that you're in here, and what you have to say is valuable. I actually had a mentor tell me that, and so that's probably why I got that attitude now, because I had a mentor that spoke life into me and spoke confidence into me. And she had been in her career for close to 30 years, and she told me, she said, what you have to say is valuable. You being in the room is valuable. You serving on this committee is valuable. You have things to bring to the table just like they do. And so take advantage of that and know that, okay? Without a shadow of a doubt. So be confident and be you. The third thing is just be yourself. Like, don't try to be something that you're not. I think when you're new to the game and when you're new, up and coming, when you're up and coming young professional, right? You're just trying to figure it out. You're trying to get to where you want to be. You want to be successful. You're striving to be the best person that you can be. But remember who you are. Just remember who you are. Know your values. Know what you stand for, and don't sway. Because let me tell you, one thing I can speak for just being in corporate is people sway. Okay, they sway left to right. So the biggest thing I think that's going to set you apart is just being yourself, being true to who you are, and not trying to be something that you're not. Because I do see that, and I just think that other people see it as well. When you're trying to be something that you're not, other people see it as well. And if you're new to the game and you're young and upcoming in your career, like, that doesn't give you bonus points. People are not going to respect you, especially when you're dealing with people who are experts in their career. That's not giving you any type of respect, being something that you're not. Okay, so just be you, be who you are, because that's what got you to have a seat at the table. Okay, so you don't have to be somebody that you're not. The next thing is just let your work speak for itself. Like, don't do too much talking, right? Don't feel like you have to overly prove yourself. I think when you're the youngest in the room, right, other people have established themselves. They're establishing their career. They've been in their career for a good amount of time. It's easy to be like, well, I can do this, I can do that, and I can do that. Like, okay, you're serving on this committee for a reason, right? You have a seat at the table for a reason. So they know that you have skills and you have capabilities to be there. There's no doubt in their mind that you don't have those skills and capabilities. So when the opportunity comes, raise your hand and say, hey, I can do this. If graphic design, if y'all are planning a program and graphic design is your area, hey, I can make the graphic for that. Like, let your skills speak for themselves. That's one thing that I've realized. Like, serving on certain committees, I realized I didn't have to like overly be like, I can do this, I can do this. Like, the things that I was good at, I'm very organized, so that I'm really good at, planning out, making notes and taking notes throughout our meetings and stuff like that. Like, my committee members were so happy and thankful for that when it was time for us to give our reports, that I had all that. And they talked very highly of me, like, oh my gosh, Pansy kept us on task. She had everything that we need. Those, I knew my skills and I was able to bring that value and add that. So just let that speak for itself. And when you see an opportunity to add value, add that value, and don't feel like you have to be like, I can do this, I can do that. Like, you're in the room for a reason. They know that. You don't have to be over the top. Okay, you're good. And the last thing I would just say is know your value. Know, like I said earlier, like, be yourself, know your value. And don't ever let anybody try to downplay you. I think that's something that I have experienced before, and I still do experience it sometimes, where people will try to play on the fact that I am young. Okay, I know I'm young, but I'm not dumb. I'm very smart, I'm very intelligent, and I bring a lot to the table, and I'm very good at what I do. And so you have to know that without a shadow of doubt in your mind, and don't ever let anyone downplay your hard work, because you deserve opportunities just like them. And when you know your value speaks volumes. You don't have to say too much, because your value, your work ethic, who you are, your confidence, and just your capability to get things done, your skills, everything, it speaks for itself. But number one thing is know your value, and never ever let anyone downplay that. Okay, never. Because again, you're young, but you're intelligent, you're smart, and you deserve a seat at the table. So those are just a few things that I would say that I've learned having a seat at the table, being given opportunities, and just being the youngest in the room. I don't take it lightly. You shouldn't take it lightly. When you have that opportunity, make the most of it, because there's somebody else that wish that they had the opportunities that you are given. So when you are given those opportunities, you want to take full advantage of them. So I'm Pansy Johnson. This is It's a YP Thing podcast. On this channel, we talk about all things young professionals, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.